Intense orchestral music swells, fast cuts of Capitol Hill, flashing cameras, and tight shots of Clarence Thomas taking his seat before a committee. Narrator urgent tone. Washington has seen its share of fiery hearings, but this one was different. When Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas appeared before Congress to answer questions about judicial ethics, few expected fireworks, but then Representative Jasmine Crockett stepped up to the microphone, and within minutes, she would drop a bombshell that would leave the hearing room and the nation stunned. Cut to a slow-motion shot of Jasmine flipping through a thick stack of documents, her gaze locked on Thomas. Narrator. What started as a calm exchange became the moment Clarence Thomas realized there was no way out. Scene 1. The calm before the storm. 032, 3 o'clock. The Judiciary Committee chamber hums with low chatter. Journalists tap away at laptops, cameras roll. Clarence Thomas sits at the witness table, flanked by legal counsel. Chairperson. The committee recognizes Representative Jasmine Crockett for her time. Jasmine adjusts her microphone, her voice steady but edged with purpose. Jasmine, thank you, Mr. Chair. Justice Thomas. I want to talk about something that's been troubling the American people. Not rumors, not hearsay, documents, receipts. She lifts a binder. The mic picks up the heavy thunk as it hits the desk. Scene 2. The opening strike. 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Jasmine, you've testified before that your role as a justice is impartial, untouched by outside influence. But according to financial disclosures and recent investigative reports, there have been, let's just say, troubling connections between your personal finances and individuals with active interests before the court. Thomas leans forward, forcing a polite smile. Thomas, Congresswoman, I'm not sure what you mean by troubling. Jasmine cutting in. Let me help you, Justice. She clicks a remote, a large screen lights up with a photograph. Clarence Thomas on a luxury yacht, champagne in hand. Scene 3, the first reveal, 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Jasmine. This trip was paid for by billionaire donor Harlan Crow. No reimbursement, no disclosure. And just months later, the court heard a case directly tied to Crow's business interests. Reporters shift in their seats, phones up to capture the moment. Thomas, those trips were personal hospitality among friends. Jasmine, hospitality doesn't usually come with legal implications worth millions of dollars. Justice. The room tightens. You can almost hear the hum of the lights overhead. Scene 4. The document dropped to 9 o'clock to 13 o'clock. Jasmine slides several pages forward. Jasmine, this isn't about one trip. This is about a pattern. Over the last decade, you've accepted, without disclosure, private flights, vacations, and gifts totaling over $500,000. Meanwhile, parties connected to those same donors had cases before your court. Do you deny this? Thomas, I'll have to review the exact figures. Jasmine pressing. No, Justice. You don't have to review anything, because right now, I'm holding your own signed disclosures, or rather, the lack of them. Gasps ripple through the chamber. Cameras zoom in on Thomas's tightened jaw. Scene 5. The live BOMB. 13 o'clock to 17 o'clock. Jasmine, let me be very clear. If any lower court judge failed to disclose financial entanglements of this scale, they could be removed from the bench. Yet here you sit, making decisions that affect every American, while hiding who's been footing the bill for your lifestyle. She pauses, letting the silence grow heavy. Jasmine, and before you claim this is partisan, the integrity of the court is not a Democratic or Republican issue. It's an American one. Scene 6. The reaction. 17 o'clock to 20 o'clock. The chairperson glances nervously between them. Some members shift uncomfortably. Others nod in agreement. Reporters tweet in real time. Crockett confronting Thomas. Must watch. Thomas, Congresswoman, I resent the implication that I have compromised my duties. Jasmine, resent all you want. Justice. But the American people deserve transparency. And right now, what I see is a justice who has been caught benefiting from those who stand to gain from his rulings. That is the definition of compromised. The gallery breaks into murmurs. The chair gavels for order. Scene 7. The killer question. To 20 o'clock to 23 o'clock. Jasmine. So I'll ask you plainly, will you commit, right here and now, to recusing yourself from any future case involving your undisclosed benefactors? Thomas freezes, his eyes flick briefly toward his counsel. He doesn't answer immediately. Thomas, that is a hypothetical. I'm not prepared to. Jasmine cutting in sharply. It's not hypothetical, Justice. It's accountability. Scene 8. The aftermath. 23 o'clock to 27 minutes and 0 seconds. The chair announces the next member's time, but the damage is done. As Thomas takes a sip of water, the room buzzes. Journalists rush to file headlines. Crockett cornered Thomas, bombshell in judicial ethics hearing. Narrator, in just a few minutes, Jasmine Crockett had forced one of the most powerful men in America to face questions he'd spent years avoiding. And the public, they saw every second. Montage of cable news replaying the moment, pundits analyzing her composure. Hashtags #Crockett vs Thomas and #judicial ethics. Trending worldwide, ending 27 minutes and 0 seconds to 29 minutes and 0 seconds. Narrator, in Washington, moments come and go, but this was the kind of exchange that would be replayed in history books. A reminder that even the highest seats of power are not beyond the reach of sharp questions and sharper truth. Fade to black with the words, "Accountability has no exceptions."